Throughout the ages, empires have risen and fallen, their stories etched in stone and whispered on the winds of time, but some objects, imbued with an almost mythical power, transcend the ordinary. These aren't just artifacts, they are power, sealed in form. This is Crash Past, and these are the 7 most powerful objects in history. In the tapestry of human history, few objects are as shrouded in legend and controversy as the Spear of Destiny. Also known as the Holy Lance, this is said to be the very spear that pierced the side of Jesus Christ during the crucifixion. Imagine, if you will, the Roman soldiers, their shadows falling across the Mount of Calvary. One, a centurion named Longinus, raises a spear, and history is forever altered. The spear, stained with the blood of Christ, becomes a relic of immense power, a symbol of both death and divine authority. Charlemagne, the mighty king of the Franks, believed the spear brought him victory in battle. He carried it with him, a silent guardian against his enemies. Centuries later, it fell into the hands of the Holy Roman Empire. Kings and emperors claimed divine right through the spear, believing it granted them the power to rule. But power, as we know, can be a double-edged sword. Adolf Hitler, obsessed with the occult, sought out the spear, believing it held the key to world domination. It was kept under heavy guard, a silent witness to the horrors of the Third Reich. Some say it was recovered by Allied forces, spirited away to a secret vault. The Spear of Destiny, a relic steeped in blood and faith, continues to captivate the imagination. Deep in the heart of ancient Israel, amidst the sands and scrolls of a bygone era, lies the legend of the Ark of the Covenant. This wasn't merely a sacred relic. It was a symbol of power, a conduit to the divine. Imagine the Israelites, newly freed from Egyptian bondage, their journey through the desert, a testament to their faith. They carried with them the Ark, a golden chest, its top adorned with 2 cherubim, their wings outstretched in protection. Inside, according to scriptures, lay the stone tablets upon which God himself had etched the 10 Commandments. The Ark was not a passive relic, it was a living force, radiating power. When the Israelites marched around the city of Jericho, the Ark was with them, its presence a palpable force. And when the trumpets sounded and the walls of Jericho crumbled, it was seen as a testament to the Ark's might. But the Ark was also a fearsome object. To touch it, or even to look upon it with disrespect, was to invite the wrath of God. Centuries passed and the Ark's legend grew. The Ark of the Covenant, a symbol of faith and divine power, continues to fascinate and inspire. In the aftermath of the crucifixion, as the story goes, a grieving mother sought out the instrument of her son's suffering. This was Helena, mother of the newly converted Roman Emperor Constantine. Her quest to find the true cross, the very wood upon which Jesus Christ was crucified. Imagine the Roman world in the 4th century AD. Christianity, once a persecuted sect, was now the official religion of the empire. Relics, objects associated with the life of Jesus, were highly sought after, imbued with an almost mystical power. Helena's search led her to Jerusalem, to the site of the crucifixion where legend claimed the cross, along with those of the 2 thieves crucified alongside Jesus, had been discarded. There, amidst the ruins, she discovered 3 crosses, but how to determine which was the true cross? A test was devised. A sick woman, it was said, was brought forth and touched each cross in turn. Upon touching the 3rd cross, she was miraculously healed. The true cross had been found. News of the discovery spread like wildfire. The cross, a symbol of suffering transformed into a symbol of redemption, became an object of immense veneration. The legend persists, a testament to the enduring power of faith and the enduring fascination with objects that connect us to the past. Chapter 4. The Dead Sea Scrolls. The year is 1947, the place the desolate, sun-baked hills near the Dead Sea. A young Bedouin shepherd, searching for a stray goat, stumbles upon a cave. Inside he finds something extraordinary. Clay jars, sealed tight, containing ancient scrolls. This chance discovery would send shockwaves through the worlds of archaeology and biblical scholarship. For these were the Dead Sea Scrolls, a collection of over 900 texts, written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, dating back over 2,000 years. Imagine the excitement, the sense of awe, as scholars carefully unrolled these fragile manuscripts. Here, preserved in the arid climate of the Judean desert, were portions of the Hebrew Bible, centuries older than any previously known copies. The scrolls contain more than just biblical texts. They provide a window into a world on the cusp of great change, a world where religious ideas were debated and challenged and where new faiths were taking root. The scrolls, painstakingly preserved and miraculously discovered, offer a poignant reminder of the power of the written word. Chapter 5. The Sampo. In the icy north, where the nights are long and the forests whisper with ancient magic, lies the legend of the Sampo. This is not an object of stone and metal, but a mythical artifact, a device of unimaginable power spoken of in the Kalevala, the epic poem of Finland. Imagine a world of heroes and gods, of epic battles and magical creatures. The Sampo, forged by the godlike smith Ilmarinen, was a marvel of craftsmanship, a symbol of prosperity and abundance. It was said to be a mill of sorts, but one that could produce an endless supply of grain, salt, and gold. Possession of the Sampo brought great wealth and influence. It could make a nation prosper or bring it to its knees. The Sampo's story is one of creation, theft, and ultimately loss. The legend continues to resonate, a reminder of the enduring human fascination with power, both magical and technological. Chapter 6. The Sword of Attila the Hun. Across the wind-swept steppes of Central Asia, a name once struck terror into the hearts of empires: Attila the Hun. His reign of terror, brief but brutal, left a trail of destruction and conquest. But it was not just Attila's strategic mind and ruthless ambition that made him so formidable. It was his sword, a blade whispered to be imbued with the fury of the gods. Picture, if you will, the year 434 AD. A humble shepherd, tending his flock in the shadow of the Carpathian Mountains, stumbles upon a glint of metal in the earth. He digs and unearths a sword unlike any he's ever seen, its craftsmanship suggesting a divine origin. This, legend tells us, was the sword of Mars, the Roman god of war, and it was delivered to Attila, destined to become an extension of his will. With the sword of Mars in hand, Attila united the disparate Hunnic tribes under his banner. He swept across Europe, his armies like a storm, leaving a path of destruction in their wake. The sword, it was said, was more than just a weapon. It was a conduit to the divine, granting Attila strength, courage, and an aura of invincibility. Upon his death in 453 AD, the sword vanished. Some say it was buried with him, a final act of defiance against the empires he had tormented. The sword of Attila, if it still exists, remains a hidden artifact, a tangible link to a time when fear ruled the world. Chapter 7. The Ring of Solomon. In a realm where the mundane meets the magical, where the whispers of ancient wisdom echo through the ages, lies the legend of the Ring of Solomon. This was no mere ornament, but an artifact of immense power, said to grant its wearer dominion over the very fabric of creation. Imagine, if you can, King Solomon, the wisest ruler of his time, his court a beacon of knowledge and enlightenment. He is said to have possessed a ring gifted to him by the heavens, inscribed with a symbol that held the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe. With the ring upon his finger, Solomon could converse with animals, each creature from the soaring eagle to the crawling ant, revealing its secrets to him. The spirits of the air and fire, the jinn bound to the earth, all answered his call, their power bent to his will. But the ring's power extended beyond the natural world. It granted Solomon the ability to understand the languages of all beings, to decipher the whispers of the wind and the songs of the stars. Solomon used the ring's power wisely, ruling his kingdom with justice and compassion. Upon Solomon's death, the ring vanished, its whereabouts lost to the mists of time. The Ring of Solomon, if it still exists, remains a tantalizing enigma, a symbol of the boundless potential that lies dormant within the universe. The ring's legend, much like the man who wielded it, continues to captivate the imagination. Outro echoes of power. Power doesn't just live in people, it lives in what they leave behind. Subscribe for more ancient secrets only on Crash Past.